I'm nervous. Okay, I'm nervous. Okay, so we're in live Q&A. I forgot to hit the record button. We just got started. A lot of new people coming in from BitBoy and from the whole crypto community. And I want everyone using Market Cipher to start off successfully and just fucking not feel alone. I don't want you to feel alone because this works. But you cannot use one indication or one simple to make a move. Okay, so first things first, if you have not, please go to the tutorial section and watch the 3 basic strategy videos. Okay, Market Cipher basic strategy, where to start, volume 1, 2, and 3. In these videos, I am a little long-winded. I'm a long-winded person, but this is all you need. This is the bulk of what I use to trade start to finish. Okay? So my fear is not enough people are watching this and are kind of just going off of, like green dots, or just if there's a blood diamond right here and then they make a move. We want to look for multiple things. So what we're going to tackle today, right now, is what I call the basic strategy of Market Cipher. Okay? So number 1, the first thing we're going to talk about are these red and green waves down here on Market Cipher B. Okay? What these waves represent are the flow of money, a money flow indicator. Long story short, just like a garden, when water comes into the garden, I can't look at these memes you guys are posting in chat. You guys are fucking killing me, man. When water comes into a garden, okay, the plants are going to grow. Serious shit, though. Just like anything in any stock, whether it's GameStop, Bitcoin, the more people hear about it, the more money that comes in, price is going to naturally rise. Right, taking a look, we're on the 3-day right here. You see, okay, money was in the red, money comes in, it gets popular, and look at the price, it goes up. Very simple stuff. Vice versa, when money leaves the market, if people get scared of an asset pair, GameStop, and they start selling, people leave it, right? Oh, look how green, the money was good, and now look, money's leaving, price comes down with it. So, how we use this in our trades, when to enter and exit, this is what we're going to look for. Let's go to a lower time frame. Let's see if we can maybe find something live that has some decent curvature, so we can see what we're talking about. Okay. So here's a decent one. Let me clear out some of this stuff here. Okay. So right here we have a nice curve. We're looking for nice curvature on these on the money flow oscillations. Okay. Market Cipher is going to give you more windows of opportunity, but that does not mean that there is always a confident move. Let me repeat that. With Market Cipher, it is my belief, and what it has done for me and thousands of other people, is it will give you more clear windows of confidence. That does not mean that there is always a confident move in a specific asset pair that you're looking for, right? We can scan the market of random letters and we will find a move we can make. But if we're just looking at, for example, just Bitcoin right now, there's not always going to be a confident move. There's going to be a lot more. So what we look for is a confident move. We want a nice curved, confirmed wave to be showing us that it is going in a direction, whether it be up or down. Why I chose this wave to talk about is because if we were back in hindsight, let's just pretend you don't see anything in the future from where this line is. in hindsight, okay, it's coming down, and we see this started coming up, right? So probably right around here, and I know it's like, oh, well, that was the bottom, now you see it, but right around here, about 3/4 of a drawn out wave is where we're looking for an entry. So the idea is you want to see a wave that has curvature, and you can see confidently that the wave is going to the opposite, going to the other side. So like right here, if this was all black, right, we can pretty much draw a line and say, okay, that's most likely kind of coming up like that. So we want a clear direction. And if it's not there, then wait, or scan a different time frame, or look at a different asset. This was a move we made live stream just the other day. Man, this was a beauty. Let's see here. Okay, this was off a momentum wave, but yay! Okay. This was a kick-ass move. We literally entered right fucking here live stream. Okay? Now, we are in right now like an overall bull run. So the time that we spend in the red probably isn't going to be much. So we saw even here on the 2 hour that, okay, we came down. Money flow was coming in tight. Money flow was pressing up, right? We also had beautiful momentum waves right here. We're going to get into that, but right now we're just talking about the money flow wave, the green, the red wave. We saw the wave was down here. It was tightening up. Our other indicators were also pointing that it was going to go up. We took the shot, nailed it. So we're not just looking for a green dot or for one indicator to say that something good's going to happen. We're looking for 3 or 4 things pointing in the same direction. Let's see if we can zoom in and get a little more clear curvature. Here we go. This is what we like to see. Nice curvature, like a beautiful female's bosom, or bottom, or bottom, whatever you want to call it. I like to think that if we were to slice it into fourths, my preferred entry on a curvature is 3/4 or 2/3. So again, you're not going to see the full wave. So let's say that you have a wave like this, right? The green came down and ooh, she's starting to curve, right? Here's your 0 line, right? So it's like, okay, well, it hasn't breached the 0 line. Technically, this wave could turn and go even bigger, right? So we want to see, okay, this wave's come down. We can say pretty confident this wave's going to continue like this. So this is what we're looking for. Do you guys understand what I'm trying to say? For those who can see? Good. That's it. It's really simple. It's really simple. The reason why so many people have success with Market Cipher, the reason why it works for me, I'm not special. I dropped out of college. My mom used to whisper in my ear that I was smart and special, or that I was sweet and special. I was a C student. The reason why Market Cipher works is because it's really simple. Don't overcomplicate it from shit that you guys have learned from other people or are seeing from other people. So the number one, we're going to circle back here. The number one thing, the first thing we're going to look for in the Market Cipher basic strategy is a nice curvature wave, and we want it to be about 3/4 of the way, right? So this is our assumed wave. We're going to pretend it's coming, it's down here in the red. Slice it into fourths. And we're going to pretend that this is the end of the wave, right? We don't know what's going to happen in the future right here. But we are going to assume the probabilities. We're going to guess that the wave is going to come like this. And it might not. It might be like, oh, right? It might change. But that's why we want curvature. We want curvature. Take your fucking time. There is no rush. Don't force feed your trades. Don't force feed it. Okay? So that's the first thing we're going to look for. Curvature wave, 3/4 of the pie or 2/3. The second thing, let's go on to the second thing. I'll show you guys proof of this trade too. Let me show you my entry actually. You guys want to see proof of the entry on this trade? So you know I'm not bullshitting you? Okay, 1 second. Let me pull up my E-Trade. Yeah, this was awesome. And this was from someone randomly on the stream, just asked me to look it up. We were just typing in literally random letters. And, okay, let me hit print screen. Let me open up Paint. Oops. Oops. Okay. All right. I'm just gonna tell you, and I'm gonna show you later because I don't want to like dox myself. Okay. Price paid. So I entered market. The price I paid was $27.39. I literally got in market open at $27.39, way the hell up here. Right when it opened, I even caught basically the top. Right. And so even with a shitty entry, we still nailed it. I am currently up in Riot 33%, 33.48% gain. In case this works, this is a real show later. Anyways, so second thing we're going to look for, that was the money flow wave. We're going to look at these blue waves. Okay? And these are our momentum waves. Momentum waves. Really simple, guys. What we're looking for, if we're looking along, is we have a big wave right after a drop, and we want smaller waves. We want in any pattern or indication, it's the same for everything. We call it mama turtles and baby turtles, right? When you have cup and handles. Shut up! When you have cup and handles, right? You have a big cup and then a little handle, and boop, it goes up. So it's the same thing with your momentum waves, your money flow. Often with the money flow, you see one nice curvature, then a smaller one, bam, that's a good entry. So it's the same thing with these blue waves. You are looking for just smaller waves. This is what helps me, okay? Draw a line on the bottoms and the tops. So you go, okay, we're going to connect all these bottom waves and all the top waves. So we go, okay, we did the bottom. Now let's connect the top. Look at this shit. Whoa. Bam. Okay, so check this out. Think of your Bollinger Band people. Here, let's fill this in. Pretend this is like a Bollinger Band. Look at this snake rearing its head. This is like a cobra. A cobra coming up out of the depths of the Loch Ness Monster. Think of this zero line as your ocean floor. Okay, the ocean break. And here's your little boat. Here's your little sailor. There's Michael Saylor. There's you and me. Okay. Bam! This fucking Loch Ness Monster's coming out, breaching the surface. Okay. So if you're having trouble visualizing, there you go. Think of the Loch Ness Monster coming to get Michael Saylor, okay? So you're looking at this zero line. Here's our zero line. Boom. This is the zero line right here. The tighter, the closer. When we have close momentum waves, if you're looking along, when you're seeing it's building up tight, that's a good sign. So here, we had our curvature split into four. So let's say it was right here. It's maybe not confirmed that this money flow is coming up. But then you start to see, okay, well, look at our momentum wave. Our momentum's getting smaller. Boom. Right here, when this wave confirmed, when this white part cut into the blue, that's a good sign. Let a couple candles go by for it to confirm. Because this wave can cross in, then, then reject and just turn to a bigger blue wave. You don't want that. You want it to confirm. That's why these little green and red dots are there. The green dot confirms that there is a reversal and the light part is cutting into the dark blue part. Okay. You guys got that? Okay. I do not enter a trade if this stuff isn't lining up. I do not enter a trade if it doesn't line up. When there's mega pumps going on, if you have the paid trading view version, all time frames, Tiburon, we're gonna get to how we're gonna measure time frames. We're gonna get to measuring time frames, all time frames. Hang on, let me pause the recording. All right, and we are back. Thank you for your patience, folks. Okay, so fast recap. We have gone over the money flow wave and the momentum wave. So again, what we're looking for is a confident curvature where we start to notice a direction shift, whether it be if we're looking along, we want to see our momentum, our money flow wave start to cruise to the upside. And at the same time, so if this is our red wave, let me change the color here. Okay, if this is our red wave, it's gone below the zero line. We start to see a curve. We start to see it start to come up. We want to confirm this with our momentum waves showing that they are also cruising to the upside. Whoops. So what we're going to look for, so we're going to pretend there's some momentum waves down here. Let's say there's a big wave, and then a smaller wave, some hitch waves. We start to see these waves. Here's your zero line. This is what we want to see. Momentum waves getting smaller to the upside. And then our money flow wave also looking like it's going to the upside. This is if we are looking. Yes, we are still on riot here. This way we're looking to go to the upside, okay? These are two major. This is, I don't make a trade unless I'm seeing these two. These are the core. This is your core, okay? Everything else is a bonus, okay? Now, in a bear market, it's the same thing, but reversal. It's the same thing, but from the upside down. Or if you're looking to exit your trade, right? If you long down here and it's coming up, your money flow wave is coming up and then it starts to curve it, get out. That's when you take profits. In a bull market, that's when I take profits. Bear market, that's when I would look to short, okay? Now, timing. Let's talk about the timing. Here is how you estimate the time from point of entry. So we're going to say that we entered our trade right here. Boom. Okay, this is the point when we entered our long. Now, how can we tell around how long we're going to be in this trade? We are on the 1 hour time frame, and we do not want to mix time frames and whatnot. We want to estimate how long we're going to be in this trade. So here's what we're going to do. First thing we're going to do, we're going to use a different color, is we're going to draw what we believe is most likely to happen in the future. So let's scrunch and kind of look at the waves beforehand. Okay, so I'm going to draw this wave and say it's going to come up and just curve like this, right? Here, let me change this color so it's a little bit brighter. Okay, so this pink line is my assumption of the money flow wave. So we entered right here, and I'm going to guess that it kind of looks like this, breaches the zero line, maybe starts to curve right here. So now what we're going to do, it's simple as that. We're going to get our measuring tool, the ruler right here, click it. We're going to start at this point, click. Oops. Click. And we're going to, for Pete's sake, we're going to stretch it to right around where we marked it right here. We're just going to measure this distance. Let me do it again. Here we go. Date and price range. Here we go. Right here. And drag to right here. Now look what this says, folks. 9 days, 20 hours. Welcome to reality. Welcome to reality. You are not supposed to flop and grope when you enter a trade on the hourly and, oh, one candle, what's it going to do? So look at this. We're going to remove all this. Great. You know what? I'm recording it, and so if we're having problems, you'll see it. You'll see it when we upload it. I'll upload it tonight. Okay. So right here, we entered right here. We had the curvature, right? Seeing momentum waves come up. We entered, let's say, right around here. We mark it. Boom. And if we kind of just drew our guesstimation of maybe where the wave would turn, you mark that as an estimation. We measure it. Boom. Boom. That's 2 days and 4 hours. And look, even after that 2 days and 4 hours, the reality is the wave, the green wave is still small and still had more room to go. And so we even when we measured that, our guesstimation of where this wave would be, we thought it would be a little more green. It still got room to go. So it even ended up being longer. So entering a long off the 1 hour chart, if you really wanted to get the juice, it's a seven day play off of the 1 hour. It's going to be the same thing when you enter trade off the 5 minute. You're going to see, let's go to the 5 minute. You know, if you entered, let's say you saw this nice curvature, boop, the wave was right here. Let's say you decide to enter right here just for kicks and giggles, for time and reason. Let's say you kind of just drew your wave saying, oh, let's say maybe it came up like this and down right here. Boom. You mark that. Boom. You measure. Off the 5 minute, that's a 4 hour play. So use the measuring tool. That's how you measure. Let's see here. Okay. So, let's talk about the green dots. On the 4 hour, yes, green dots on any time frame, these green dots absolutely, they show a bottom. And on higher time frames, absolutely, you can use these green dots and know that it is a confident bottom in an up market or a sideways kangaroo market and maybe make some plays. But it doesn't, even if you have a weekly green dot or a yearly green dot, I would not make a play without having other indicators back it up. So let's talk about the green dots and what and where I'm looking for with them. The green dots, I like to think of them as if Market Cipher is your gun, they are your handle, the butt of the gun. Okay? So let's see if I can find a good kind of like example of what I'm talking about here. Bam! Here we go. Let's go back to the hourly on Riot where we made our trade. So we see here we had two nice green dots right there. Another one right there. And the more there are, the better. When there's two, we have a little saying calling them snake eyes. If there's three in a row, we call them a Cerberus. It just shows more strength. Do I long after just seeing these, only looking at these? No. But I get hopeful for knowing that I'm going to probably I'm going to be looking. When I'm seeing these green dots stack up, it's time to start looking for our money flow, our momentum waves, our yellow VWAP waves to show signs of coming to the upside. So, butt of the gun. Here's our handle of the gun right here. The money flow wave started curving up right? When we have kind of a confident, you see, boom, momentum wave, boom, right here. We have our butt of the gun right here. Bang, bang, bang. It's just more confirmation. Okay? So we're not just longing because we see a green dot. We see green dots. We start looking. Okay? That, folks, is the majority of the basic strategy. Plus, it's not it though. So also on top, let's talk about these lines right here. Let me change the color. Okay. Let me increase this. So these two lines, the green line you see right there, and the purple. These are both RSIs, but instead of your RSIs having kind of two lines where they swap and change and swap and change, these RSIs are smashed into one line and color coded. So this is the one I use most, the green, the green one, and it goes from green to red. When this line is green, that means that the RSIs are oversold. Okay, so that means that the normal RSIs would look something like this, where they come down and they start to reverse to the upside, right? When it's green, it's just confirmed and smashed into one line. Really simple. It's green, oversold. So when this is green, and then you see these lines also going to the upside, boop, that's another bullet in your gun. Here's your handle. Your wave, blue wave's coming up, that's one bullet. Well, we'll say two bullets. Your handle is one bullet. Wave's coming to the upside, that's two bullets. Then you got your money flow. Your money flow, it's got nice curvature. You chop it in fourths, right? It looks like it's coming to the upside. That's your third bullet. Your RSI is your fourth bullet. It's green coming to the upside. This is if we're looking along. So you got 3 or 4 bullets now. That's when you take the shot. Not when you only have one bullet. Do you want to go into a fight with one bullet? No. You sure as hell don't. It's you one-on-one. You're one-on-one with your trading pair. You don't want to have one bullet. You want to have 3 or 4. Okay. We talked about the measuring tool. Okay, so you're drawing, and you can draw with the momentum waves too. I want you guys to draw. It's fun. Estimate where your waves are going to be. Right? I mean, if we start, like for right here, for example, current time. Right now the wave is thick in the green. This is take profit time. We got in at technically $27 when the market opened. We are thick in the green. It's profit taking time. We see our RSIs might be starting to come down. Momentum wave is big right here. If we start seeing smaller waves, this starts coming down. We know things are going to start dropping. So it's time to start taking profits in this riot trade. Okay. Again, we're measuring. So let's say, okay, I'm going to guesstimate kind of what this green wave might do. What these RSIs might do, what these momentum waves do. So if I think this is going to breach down here, how long is this? Got our measuring tool. Measure how long? Boom, 6 days. Measure, measure, measure. Okay. For those of you, for the lucky 50 that are here, questions. And please keep the questions relevant to the content. Don't ask me for, should I enter this trade right now? What kind of questions do you have? Okay, let's see here. Do I primarily spot setups from higher time frames? You know, when I start looking at charts, obviously I start with the higher time frames. And what I'm looking for is to have the larger time frames have my back on the lower time frames, right? So for example, on the 1 hour, we longed it, right? So on the higher time frames, you know, were we in going up as well? And so here, actually, let me mark the date and time when I entered this trade. So let's see, 27. So technically, I got in right here. We did our analysis right here over the weekend, but our position couldn't enter until market open. So I'm going to mark that too. If you're in cryptocurrency, you can always enter a trade. In a standard market, obviously weekends, you're kind of screwed. So let's go to the 4 hour and see if the 4 hour was showing us at that time. So when I go to the 4 hour, you see here we had momentum, a nice deep anchor wave, then trigger wave, and she was cruising to the upside. So there was hope there. We're thick in the green. Money is in the pair. It is there. This is bull trend stuff here. Look how thick this green is. There is money in here. That means on the lower time frames, I'm looking to long these drops. Check this out. Check this out. Even if I'm not saying you should do this. If you just bought in the red, what would happen? We're on the 5 minute. Let's just say you bought in the red here, here, and here. If you're just buying in the red, look what happens. Look, let's say you bought somewhere in here. Woo, what was this? This went up 7%. If you bought right here in the red from this span, let me clear this chart. If you bought in the red from here to here, average price, we'll say average price 27, which was my exact entry. Look how high it went. Keep it simple, guys. Don't overcomplicate it. This went up 50%. Look at that small red, slightly in the red. Right here, right here. You bought right here. To be continued. To be continued. We'll see what happens next. We'll see what happens next. How do I stop myself from becoming greedy on my trades? Well, from pain I've had in the past, and knowing that, okay, so you have to really consider what your goal is. Is your goal is to accumulate, and you have to be comfortable knowing that if you take profit in the green, let's say, this is in the green, boom. If I took profit right here, when I close my trade, I have to be cool with knowing that I'm probably not going to get the exact top, and I could have made more. But 90% of the time, if you hold on to it, it comes back down, you get nothing. What will make you comfortable and make you check your greed is, my trades where I'm in $5-10 million trades, making six-figure profits. When I make smaller trades, when I make six-figure trades, smaller ones, and I just take my profits, magically, somehow, after 3 or 4 trades, they add up to as if it was a huge one. I don't know how it happens, but somehow taking my little pit profits, they add up. What if you look at all the time frames and none of the indicators show the same thing? So if you're seeing different things on different time frames, good question. Number one, what I'm going to say about this is why I have multiple accounts. And you don't even have to label each account going, this one's for small, this one's for mid, this one. You don't have to be a dweeb about it. But just, okay, if I enter a trade, on the 1 hour, this trade's for the 1 hour, and I'm going to be in this could be in it for a week, 2 weeks. If this is the only account I have, and I'm flopping and groping on the 5 minute, it's going to shake me up on this trade. So leave that account alone. I'll go to my other account. And that's when I'll look at different time frames. So as far as that question, that's where different accounts, I think, can help your mental state. As far as entering the trade, again, I'm always looking for larger time frames to kind of back up overall what I'm doing. Look at this on the 12-hour. Woo! Dang. Tight, tight, tight. This thing is curving back up. This was coming up. This was a thick opening. So this riot play, we had the backup. And this was a home run. We knocked this one out of the park. That was a great live stream. That was an awesome play. Shout out to the guy who asked me to look at riot. That was an awesome, awesome play. Okay. Here is a stock that we have been killing it. Made us a lot. In fact, let me pull up what I've made off of this. FCell's a blue gas company. So here we're looking at the 4 hour and we see, well, shit, we are in a confirmed, look, we're thick in the green. Obviously, we're in a confirmed uptrend. So what we're going to do is go to lower time frames and look for dips to buy. So if we go to the 15-minute, remove drawings. Let's say if you're using the money flow, every time it touched red and you bought, boom, 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 you're in a confirmed trend. Right? Nice deep curvature to red. Boom. Look at that one. Anchor waves, trigger waves coming up. Boom, boom. So you see you had your curvature right here. And actually the momentum wave almost marked it for you. So you zoom in here. Look at this. Expand this. For Pete's sake. This darn paintbrush is killing me. Okay. Here we have a nice little curvature there. Oh, look at this. Look, we have our gun handle too. Look at that. So we have a big green dot right there. So it's time to start sniffing. Where it's time to start looking and sniffing. Okay, that's our first sign. We have a deep anchor wave. Then, okay, now we have a smaller momentum wave right there. That's a good sign. But we're not ready to long yet. Now, our money flow came down here in the red. Look. For Pete's sake. Okay. Money flow came down here. Curvature started coming up. So we see it start coming up right here. Then look, boom. Another momentum wave, smaller. I'm looking along right here. I have no idea what's happening next year. I know I'm taking this. So let's go ahead and zoom out. Ah, shoot. Ah, here we go. Boom. Beautiful entry. Let me remark that. Where was I? Ah, here we go. Right there. Okay. So again, larger time frames. We have a confirmed bull trend. So we're going to go to the lower time frames and look for these little reds, momentum waves coming up, buy. going with the trend, but we're buying the dips of the trend. Turned out really good. Look at that. And it just so happens on the hourly, we had a nice wave, and look, boop, confirmed reverse. Things ended up pretty good. There is so many assets out there, guys. There's so many. And if you don't see a move, if you can't find a confident move in whatever pair you're looking at, look around. You can look at there's so many different trades and asset classes out there. You don't need to pin yourself down to one thing. Okay, so we're at about 40 minutes. I'm going to end this here. And hopefully this helps. We're going to continue to do this. Just keep it simple. Basic strategy. You're looking for 3 or 4 bullets. Your green dots are just the beginning on especially these lower time frames. Don't make a move off of just one indicator. Do not make a move off one indicator. Please, you're looking for 3 or 4. Keep it simple. Waves going in the same direction. It's that simple. Thank you to the 50 people that were able to join us live. I'm going to upload this ASAP, and we're going to keep this coming. Thank you for your business. God bless you. This works. We have all shapes and sizes, experience levels. Just don't be a fool. Be patient. Wait for your confident moves. There's plenty of them. Thank you.